Hello, everyone. Michael Pickens here. Today we have a special guest, someone that we've been working with for the past couple of years. It's Dr. Li Lu. She's an acupuncturist. She's been practicing for 25 years. She has two physical office locations, one in Cumming, Georgia, and one in Buckhead, Georgia. And she is on the show today to talk about some of her alternative medical practices, which eventually will become mainstream, right?
Yes. That's
Awesome.
the mainstream
Welcome.
of the future. Yeah.
Great. Would you like to talk a little bit about your background and how you started on this path that you're on?
I'm a medical doctor graduated from China 28 years ago.
Okay.
But since I was in the medical school, I already decided I want to go to that route because I cannot drug people or cut people. So that doesn't work for me. But I do feel like a lot of enthusiastic about the Chinese medicine because when I was brought up by my grandparents, they always, like a true believer of our traditional Chinese medicine. So since I was young, like 7, 8 years old, anytime I have a sickness, they always bring me to a herbalist first. Mm-hmm. So those bitter herbs is my childhood memory. So, or acupuncturist. So that's how I'm really into it. And then later on, my uncle, who is a pharmacologist or herbalist, so he go to mountains, pick up herb plants. Whenever he tried to finish his homework, I was always mesmerized by all the plants, he picked. He always tell me, don't touch it, because I have tendency to touch them. And I just love the plants. I mean, and then when later on I visit, his lab, all this hundreds of collections of Chinese herbs, even some from the snakes. So I'm just like so fascinated. So later on, that's how I become passionate about practicing Chinese medicine. So I'm an acupuncturist by trade, but I have the medical doctor's knowledge. So I kind of like in between, I understand what people go through nowadays, how their frustrations are because they don't know where the gaps come from. And the traditional Chinese medicine focus on holistic. We're looking at the whole body. We're looking for people's emotion. We look for people's past trauma. So each organ carries a very specific characteristic, not only on the physical level, on the visible level, we talk about the lab tests or x-rays. We also talk about the energetic level. And I like that part, I always call myself like electrician or plumber. So we figure out either it's the power issues or it's the plumbing issues. Power issues, people don't have energy. That's why I cannot heal. And the plumbing issues, people get pain, cough or stuckness. So that's plumbing issues. So basically, we're looking for the whole body so that you understand better. Now to understand the body in its past, which is a trigger, the memory, current, and the future. So I like that part because that's kind of, we look at the people on every angle. We don't just looking for, black and white, because that's why so many mysteries nowadays. Yeah. Because we're missing the whole body. We are like the blind person. Each blind person touch the elephant and say, okay, I touch your leg, that's your problem. Or I touch your tail, that's an elephant. So we're missing the whole picture. So we have to look in the person as a whole person,
Yeah. So, we see basically two different paths nowadays, right? There's the allopathic medicine path, and that is Western medicine, that is, the chemical pharmaceuticals or the surgery that you talk about, right? You either prescribe a pill or you cut them open, right? And then there's the more holistic path, which is the natural path, right? The original medicine, if you will. Right. So you've been brought up originally with more holistic methods with your uncle, and then you went to medical school for allopathic medicine, right? And then you went back to the herbalist, acupuncturist, more holistic. Okay, interesting.
Because that time, the parents in China, they have the power to change the students of future, option for the college. Originally, I want to choose for herbalist. And then my uncle told my mom, said, no, Lee cannot do that. She will end up in the factory, herbal factory, full of environmental toxins. So she had to learn the Western medicine. So they actually changed my career, because that time, parents, they can do that in China. But anyway, I came back, just like original what I wanted anyway. So it just... It's interesting. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So what do you specialize in? I know you have 2 facilities. You have a bunch of equipment there. What is it that you specialize in, and how can you help people?
My specialize right now mostly like fertility, weight, anti-aging. My specialize the interest also based on the trend, I would say, because I was fertility problem. I had my own fertility problems. So and after I have two kids, I decided to more dedicated to helping the others to achieve their family dream.
Hmm.
And during that time, later on, you get weight issues because after two babies. So then I start to dig more into helping people with hormone imbalances and the weight loss or, you know, and then now since I've reached my menopause years, my kids just turned 20. So my passion right now is anti-aging, how to helping the body continue, my original parts, our joints or our brain. You want to make sure they last as long as possible and they're as healthy as possible. So now my dream is really to helping anti-aging, so kind of, yeah, that's my passion.
Well, that's great because you look like you could be in your 20s, so obviously it's working.
I still think like I'm a teenager, but I mean, aging
Well,
is
have,
just like another way to see what you can do every year, how you can regenerate this body so that you can continue to live to your fullest every day, every moment.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely, absolutely. So you also treat people for other things, right? Because you have a lot of other equipment there, and
I work with people immune system, usually inflammation, chronic inflammation, pain
Mhm.
conditions. Sometimes people with the cancer, support their immune system. So basically, inflammation and pain is one of the biggest or autoimmune conditions. Like people have a Hashimoto for the thyroid, people have a gut issue. So I do a lot of parasite cleanse, helping design a program to helping each client gut brain mouse connection. So, but we'll also do muscle testing. So for each client, we have energetic analysis to see what exactly the body got stuck, why the body not recover or heal, what is
Mhm.
the hurdle, how we can get rid of the hurdle, allow the body to heal itself. Because I truly believe this body machine, no matter how broke it is, there is a path. Go back to the healing path. If it's if you're doing the right thing and put the right nutrients and also get rid of the stress, which is in the past to, the hurdle. So I believe the body can heal itself no matter what.
Yeah,
So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
right there with you. So that sounds like your philosophy on health and wellness and medicine, right?
exactly.
Yep, the body can heal itself given the right, circumstances and environment, and obviously healing some of the past trauma.
Exactly. So the PTSD, healing the trauma is one of the recent thing past the COVID, because so many people during the COVID time has a trauma and lost families or, lost dogs. So I'm deal with more and more people with anxiety, stress, depression, bipolar, PTSD. So, and it's just part of this energetic, holistic healing, not just the physical side. We have to looking for what is a past trauma. So that's become one of my other more important practice besides anti-aging. So
Yeah,
trauma healing.
awesome. Well, you have two offices, so obviously you've been successful with helping people heal. Do you have any specific examples that you can give us?
I used to have three locations. So in the COVID time, I got rid of one. So I used to see the VA patients, in Emory. They recommended me. But during the
Mhm.
COVID times, I closed that office. Yes, I've been successful helping people with fertility. And if you come to my office, you can see the whole wall of babies on both offices. And so I like to do very dramatic. People either get pregnant or people lose weight. You can see the body goes through a lot of changes, which is you cannot deny we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But I would say mostly people, get the most of success with the pain, trauma
Mhm.
healing, get rid of a lot of emotional fears, anxiety. So that's one of the most common things people feel like they are really, because when you're helping people with anxiety, stress, trauma, pain, their energy level just goes up. They feel more of the joy of their life instead of they get trapped. But again, I like people to enjoy their quality of life on each
Yep.
moment of every day, living healthy and happy because there is a mood change. And we do the right light. We helping people. We have lymphatic machine. We have a software. We have pulse machine. We have spine machine. We have brain tuning machine. I even have a sleep, machine with helping people to improve their delta 4 or 5, like deep sleep. So sometimes it's just like in every angle of people's daily life, or people cannot poop. Now they poop every day. See, that's not like really dramatic, but again, it's on
But for
every angle of daily life. And
yeah,
then
for that person it is.
on daily. And also people have pain before they couldn't walk, or they couldn't go upstairs, downstairs, the knee pain. Now they do everything and they still fine. So I like to see people's life improve on every daily like improvement, and also whatever they want to focus on. And they also, their memory is gone. Now they can focus better. Before they are depressed, and now they're happy. You see, I like to see people's really mental state change, because that is matters a lot. If you don't have energy, you cannot feel happy. If you have pain, you cannot feel happy, because that's how the brain functions. So
Yeah, well, that's amazing. And you know, we help a lot of people with cancer. We help people overcome cancer, and it's something that I kind of got used to. But we have to remember to recognize that, you know, even the example of someone with constipation and they're not able to poop, like you helping them, you've just dramatically improved their quality of life, which is a huge deal. If someone is suffering from anxiety and living in depression every single day, and you help them get happy again and find joy in life, that's a huge deal for that person. You know, these are big deals, especially if someone, you know, for depression, for example, if they're using, you know, pharmaceuticals and they're taking antidepressants, and they take this one and it doesn't work, and they take this one and it doesn't work, and they get prescribed another one and it doesn't work, and they're spending years of their life trying these pharmaceuticals, and they come see you, and within, I don't know, months or days or weeks or however long it takes,
sometimes people just see the improvement in weeks. Usually like teenagers, you know, I see their parents, and then their teenagers are so hesitated, then they bring their kids, and then their kids can be suicidal or depressed or anxiety, whatever. And then you improve their kids. Now the kids become a firm believer, they change their lifestyle. And then you can help in the whole family, because the kids is, you know, driving the parents more stress. So basically work on every family members. And sometimes just energy. People feel fatigued, tired, long COVID, and then you simply improve their energy level. They can focus better, they can do the job better, they can get rid of their fear or phobia or doing something. So it's you know, it's a lot of change, even though it's not visibly dramatic, but for that person, that moment is a miracle to them.
Oh, absolutely. So I greatly appreciate everything that you are doing to help people. It is something that more people need to know, that there are alternative paths that they can take, more holistic, more natural paths that are, you know, if you focus on the problems in the past in their life, in their lifestyle, help them make the adjustments to create a life that they're happy about, full of joy, like that is amazing. So,
yes. So that's, I'm really passionate about the healing. Naturally, I'm always interested in the herbs. That's why I find your company, because I had a dream about this hemp plant, and then next dream is about the mushrooms everywhere in my dream. I'm pretty sure I find you guys doing both. I said, well, this is a message. So, you know, should get connected. That's great, you know? Yeah.
Absolutely. We love helping people as well. It's my passion in life, and this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. So,
yeah. And I also like the message you sent to be adventurous, because I like to be a little adventurous. Because sometimes we need to come out of the comfortable zone, try something new or different, because otherwise you're never experiencing the change.
Yeah, absolutely. So that comes from actually my early 20s. I saw a doctor in my early 20s, and I learned that I had a terminal illness. And he said, you know, if I'm lucky, I have maybe 60 to 80 years to live, like if I'm lucky. Right. So it's like everyone has a limited amount of time, a finite amount of time. You know, hopefully we can extend that with lifestyle improvements and herbs and some other things, you know, anti-aging stuff. And hopefully we can extend that life. But eventually, as far as I know, we're going to die. And that's the truth. So we have to look at every moment in life, and we have to take advantage of as much as we can. Now, we all have to work. We all have the day-to-day stuff that we have to do, but make sure to take advantage and put in some adventure in your life, right? Excitement. So.
And also I like the idea creating a tiny miracle on everyday, you know, basis. So even though, let's see, the CBD oil, they have a lot of mushroom, blend. The mushroom to me is really like a miracle. They look like a little head of the people. I actually have the mushroom posters in my red light room. So I have 2 of those posters.
Mhm.
And whenever I look in the mushroom, I just feel like in nature, even in reishi, they grow in the dead tree, because that's also very, a symbol for longevity. Sometimes when things dying, like in nature, they also creating something very regenerative in the same tree. So I just feel like we in the nature, they give us a lot of healing miracles. We just don't know about it, or we never tried something like that.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it's very fascinating about the mushrooms. I just love it. Yeah.
Well, awesome. So if someone wants to visit your practice or find you, what is your website?
The website is acuwellnessatlanta.com, acuwellnessatlanta.com. And you can find out all the therapy, we offer. We offer cryotherapy, red light, lymphatic machine, software wave. So basically, and then they can send a contact form. So for any inquiries or questions, you are welcome to get your concerns to us so we can respond to you to see what is next step.
Awesome. So do you mostly serve people local to you, or do you have anyone that like flies in and sees
Most
you?
people like a local, sometimes, they do fly, but mostly it's like people's families, they're in town, they want to be seen. We really like the hands-on treating local people, because even though many practitioners doing virtual practice, but nothing can be as powerful as face-to-face consultation, touching, listening, understanding, and design, and hands-on. I feel like that's still like part of our tradition. Even in Chinese medicine, they focus a lot of face-to-face interaction. So
Yeah, and that's the thing. You can't give acupuncture to someone over the computer.
you
Like
can, you can.
you can't
I want
use
to do
I
that.
can't
It just doesn't work. So
I can't use your equipment right now. I'm in
no.
Washington State. I can't use your equipment.
Yeah.
So I see the advantages of in person. So if
Yeah.
someone's watching this, and let's say someone is watching this and they live in a different state, they live somewhere else, and they do want to come visit you, what would you recommend? They fill out the form first on your website?
Yes,
Schedule.
and then the office in the Buckhead is just next door to a hotel, so it's not
perfect.
that hard to. You welcome to bring the families, and then sometimes I have patients, they just want to spend like the whole afternoon, because we have 10 different machines. They want to do all of them. You see, you can do it like very intensive, like a couple of days or like 1 week treatments. Or if you have family or friends here you want to visit, meanwhile get some treatment, so we can creating a spa day for you. So
Awesome.
we addressing everything, and we can give you like more attention in those time and give you the best results or the healing. Yeah. So
awesome. Well, Dr. Liu, thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else you want to touch on before we close it up?
I cannot think of anything else, but I would say today's the last day of 2024. So don't wait for another year, and then you can say many years later pass, you say, I regret, I should try something earlier. You can try something earlier from now. Even now is the last day of the 2024.
Sure, yeah.
But again, don't wait last minute. Even you don't have any, I would say, symptoms, you want to just like keep this body happy, healthy, take actions. Don't wait like a New Year resolution. Today's last day of this year. Today is your New Year resolution, because it's the New Year resolution creating in the mind. So every minute you can create something new for yourself, and care about this body. Don't wait until the body collapses. Too late, So do something right now. That's my
that's a great philosophy, because if you think about it, instead of waiting for the next year to get started, you could start the next month. But instead of waiting for the next month, you can start the next week. Instead of waiting for the week,
that's a Chinese proverb. They said once a disease strikes on you, it's like a collapse of a mountain. It's suddenly, but when you recover, I recover at the speed of a cocoon. It's so slow. So that's usually when a disease happens. It happens, collapse your body overnight. But when you recover, it's like you pulling the silk out of the cocoon very slow. So I would say prevention always the best. Even you don't have any symptoms, you have to be very cautious, because our body has the daily wear and tear or degeneration. Doesn't matter. we are already degenerated compared to 30 minutes ago when we get started with the Zoom meeting. So
awesome. Well, Dr. Lilu, thank you so much for your time.
thank you, Michael. I really appreciate you.
Yep, and I'll talk to you next year.
Okay, take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.